So Margie asked the question, where do you draw the channel lines in this on this chart? Because you want to connect the most dots, and so she says, I thought you had to hit, make 2 hits to make it a legitimate line. The answer to that question is you're 100% correct, but not on both lines, only on one or the other. So this might have been the channel like this. Oh, come on. It's having a little trouble here. This is where I joined these 2 tops like this, which would have meant that this line would have looked like this. And that's actually quite often, you'll see me draw the chart with a line that hits the first pullback and then hits the line. So if we actually had drawn it like that without today's chart, and you could have had it looking like that. But I think that in this case, it's more realistic that this is your line like this here, because this is starting to steepen up. So then you have to draw the parallel line to it like that, and you put that parallel line on the first point, and so that gives you the top of the channel. You don't have to have you can draw an ascend or like a rising wedge, and sometimes I do draw rising wedges because to me the pattern looks like a rising wedge, and is not a strong chart. But this is not a rising wedge. This is a stock that's in a channel trending up. And so we draw the bottom line and touch as many of the bottom lines as we can. And then we just make a parallel line, and it only touches one spot. But that's okay, because it's going to show us we want to know where the top of the channel is. This is not the top of the channel. This is the top of the channel up here. And that's what we're shooting for this stock to trade up into here at the 720 area. Not really. I wouldn't call it an ascending wedge triangle or a breakout. If I was going to call it any kind of breakout, I'd call it a breakout over a rise. An ascending triangle in here with these lines at 6 and this line here. Yes, that in that case is an ascending triangle, not an ascending wedge. This is the triangle. It's broken out of the triangle and headed higher. An ascending wedge looks like this. Where you're getting a narrowing into an apex on a rise, and that's not a bullish chart. It's a neutral chart. But this is a rise. This is an ascending triangle. It has popped out of it over 6 and now going.